I learned woodworking to make instruments, and it's been a little bit since I did that, so let's get back to our roots. I made a kalimba for my dad for Christmas. This project was fast and fun, and honestly, would have been a lot faster if I hadn't adopted a sweet little kitty cat in the middle of it. Now, I would say I learned from my mistakes, but this little guy was no mistake. Anyways, enough about me, let's get started. This was my first ever time using a CNC machine. I borrowed a shaper origin from another member of my makerspace, and it was pretty fun to work with. So here is the base of the kalimba. It's a little bit smaller, it's a little bit thinner, so it might end up being quieter. This is walnut, which I think is decent tone wood. So hopefully it's not too big of an issue. And then I have some koa that I'm going to plane for the top. The top has been glued up from two slightly different pieces of wood, so I'm going to have to take the planer and plane that down before I glue it on. So here is my suitably thick chunko walnut, and all I'm going to use it for is a sort of sled for the part that I do want to keep. And I'm going to be using duck carpet tape. That was a critical fail. Did not go as anticipated. The carpet tape did not hold. It wasn't as critical of a failure as I was thinking it was at first. It just didn't pull all the way through. So I'll be assisting with a push stick this time, and I've taped a little more securely. Got a beautiful piece of koa. I'm going to flip it over to the other side and ease up on the height just the slightest bit for this first pass. When I put the lid on, here we go, got a sound hole. This is the bridge. It's not glued together yet, but here's where we'll slip the tines through. mistake during glue up and put a huge crack in the top. I'm gonna wait till it dries, and then I'll fix it. If I'm going for a glossy finish, I like to use 3 to 4 coats of Aqua Coat Pore Filler. It makes your finish incredibly glossy and makes the wood grain pop in a beautiful way that almost looks holographic. It also makes your workpiece really smooth to the touch, which is important for an instrument. Note that you will need to put a clear coat on top of this, but it's a really great base layer for a smooth finish. Through all of that, my brass hardware got pretty beat up. I'm going to fix that by polishing it with progressively finer sheets of sandpaper. 1000. I'm afraid our time together must come to an end. Thanks for coming on this journey with me. If you learned something cool, drop a comment. I love hearing from people. If you have the time, you might enjoy checking out some of my other videos. I've made other instruments, I've made weird furniture, I've even made some cool videos about sword fighting. I hope you stick around, and I hope you subscribe. Have a good rest of your day.